Hey, my sweet babies, I'm back. Or for those of y'all that have been around, y'all know I love to sing Tisha Campbell. I'm still here. So, y'all, but I do want to go to the gym, but then I just want to sit home and like put on my night clothes and like wash my workout clothes that I wear all the time for the week and just chill out. My husband's 30th class reunion, Corey's 30th class reunion is June 6th. And I want to make sure, I feel like I might need to make sure I get the last couple workouts in before, so can show them what he's working with. We went to rival high schools, so let them see what came out of my high school. But anyway, some things I want to get into with y'all. Not all Bravo, mostly not Bravo. We gonna end on Bravo, but first let's get into what else is going on, child. What are people's problem with Black women? And like seriously, not just saying that to say it, but it's like people always seem to have a problem with us. And sometimes it's other people that kind of like look like us a little bit, like I feel like I want to say to people like just leave us like just move around, but also see Black women support a lot, right? And are the cornerstones of community and things like that. So they can't just move along. Let's listen to what Money Love had to say, child, about Black women. Is that how you say it? Money, it's money, right? Not money, Money Love. Let's just listen. Hold on.
For black women that say they don't like my personality. You notice that? Because I'm being myself. I'm acting just like your raggedy mom and your aunties. With them ashy cankles. This is how they act. But there's something wrong with my personality.
You don't like me, you don't like yourself.
Exactly. Take a look in the mirror, ho. You don't like you.
Who are you?
They be like, ooh, she's so... What you want me to do? What it is you're a bully and you're used to people laying down, letting them do whatever. I'm not that. It's never going to be that.
I'm
Never.
not her and this ain't that.
Like, oh, she stinks. She got to... Who are you? Why do I have to be nice to you? What did you do?
It's called being confident in who you are. And
Exactly. No, I see the comments, Kelly. But it's just amazing to me. I'm not even doing anything. I'm sitting here enjoying brunch with my friends. But I got attitude. My attitude is nasty.
I think it's your attitude comes with the success. If you were not Money Long, I don't think they have a problem with that.
Man, because I'm cute.
And then when you're famous, you don't have the luxury of speaking up for yourself. Now that's crazy.
Okay, girl, you realize you lame. You still sitting here talking. Leave. I don't even got the energy to delete you out the chat.
Come on. Push back.
How you say your name? Tuloro Bori Toyinke?
Should I take?
You take this one.
I have
Yes,
to take
ma'am.
a
Here you
picture.
are. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, my love.
Listen,
There's only ever black women that say they don't like my personality. You notice that? Because I'm being myself. I'm acting just like your raggedy mom and your aunties.
Money Long. Let's look at what some of the comments say. I was looking for one in particular. Somebody said, I've only seen Black women support my money. I've I've honestly not heard one bad thing about her side. Somebody said, and boom, just like that, fan base gone. White women ain't streaming you. You can't offend an entire demographic that supports you. Somebody said, had no problem with her before. Def don't like her after this. Somebody else said, you don't like you. A woman who underwent plastic surgery to change her Black features. Baby, when I tell you, I was get ready to, ooh, that's where I was kind of get ready to go. But I mean, but at the same time, because somebody said, I mean, you kind of just proved a point. Many white women get nose jobs and don't get attacked by other white women for it. I'm gonna say this: it's not always about safe health, because I did have that thought. I'm not gonna lie when she said that, but then I was like, you know what? Every Black woman doesn't get a nose job because they're self-hating, and I think it's okay. And reality is, I think it's okay to do what you want to do with your body. I just hope that it doesn't come a place of self-esteem, like, oh, I hate. How do I? Like you feel like you'll be worth more if you look a certain way versus, you know what, I've never really liked my nose or I've never, or my titties hang low, they swing to and fro, so I want to up them, but it's not going, but I'm not going to feel worthless if I don't. You know what I mean? That when you start feeling like that because of a surgery you have or haven't had, that's when it's like, oh my gosh, like I just want to hug you and tell you to go see a therapist expeditiously because you don't want to get surgery for that reason. But I don't think there's anything wrong with people if they're like, oh, I want to change this or change that, right? So the surgery thing, whatever. But I just feel like, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I mean, it's like how she must have been thinking about this for hours and hours and hours. 'Cause it seemed like it's definitely been on her mind, right? So maybe somebody black was harassing her in her chat. I don't know. Um, Somebody said, I hope you didn't just let three crunchy haters come. I hope you just didn't. I hope, words mean things and have sounds. I hope you didn't just let three crunchy hater comments trick you out your spot money. Somebody said, this is so sad. She literally said out of her own, this is so sad. She literally said out of her own mouth she was being a mean girl, and J. Cole had to walk out because of her negative energy. Girl, it's you. That's the comment. I'm so glad I found it because when she talks about black women not liking her, but remember when Money said that she was gonna record with J. Cole, but he felt her she was being mean. Let me see. Here it is. J. Cole, this is, I'm sorry, the video that we watched was from Live Bites. They caught their live through the neighborhood talk. But hip hop, what is it? Hip hop DX said J. Cole once ditched Money Long studio session over her negative energy. He got up and left. In a clip currently going viral from a December 2023 interview the Made For Me singer did on the 85 South show, Money reflected on this session and why she did not take it personal. I remember one time I had a moment in the studio where J. Cole was there and I was just having a bad day. I was having a bad day that day, and I just started talking trash. I was talking to my other friend, Theron, from our city, who's also an artist and songwriter. And Cole came in the room, and within 2 minutes, he sat down. He heard what we was talking about, and he got up and left. And I just remember being like, why he do that? But then I realized he wasn't on the same frequency. He not on that complaining stuff. So, he walked out. So, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, dang. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Next up, the Diddy trials have been going on. And again, shout out to Kempire for the way that he puts his videos together. That's where I get my recaps from. I said I was going to give y'all updates, but I'm too busy listening to him and like how he puts everything together. I love how he puts in together references like other interviews and just different things. He has it all streamlined. And on his channel, he does have a playlist for the Diddy trial. So you can get like day by day. So shout out to Kemp. I know that has to be draining doing all that. And I love that he does it in a way that's not, it's all salacious, right? Meaning what's going on. It is that, but he doesn't do it that way. He does it in a way that's doesn't feel grimy and icky. And I don't know. So shout out to Kempire Pie for that and for keeping his energy around him good afterwards. You know what I mean? So again, if you haven't checked out his recaps, um, shout out to him. So we know Diddy, well, the last day was day 9, right? And then they had off Friday and they have off tomorrow for the holiday. Shout out to Memorial Day. What y'all doing? Y'all let me know. Can y'all text, DM, bring me a plate by the house? Because I'm not probably doing anything. But anyway, so remember back when day 26, I meant to have it pulled up and I forgot. Remember when day 26 was on Vlad TV and they were talking about Diddy and some of them were crying. When I tell you that broke my heart, broke my heart. Hold on a second. I meant to have it pulled up. Let me see. I wanted to see. Now, nope, not get ready to do that. But basically, they were talking about Diddy and Q was crying, and they thought it was about an email that he had received, right? I was trying to get the full so y'all could see. 1 second. So they say uh Q saying he was scared of the wait a minute. I was trying to get the exact what he said, but basically they thought he was upset and crying about an email that he had seen, and people were speculating about the email. What was it that he's seen? But he's recently come out and spoken about exactly what he saw. So, Aubrey O'Day has been covering the Diddy trial with Amy Robach and TJ Holmes. Remember, Amy and TJ were the ones that were on was it Good Morning America? One of the morning shows, and they was having an affair. They got fired or their contracts weren't renewed, however you want to put it. Contracts ended early. They are together and their exes are together. So her ex-husband and his ex-wife are still together. Child, talk about a wife swap. Bravo put that on the TV and see how that go. They did a whole couple swap. But anyway, well, Q was on their podcast. So I want you to hear what he talks about in terms of Diddy and the tears and everything. So let's get into it. Again, this is Amy Robach and TJ Holmes present Aubrey O'Day covering the Diddy trial.
Felt like it was the feelings I would get.
Now let me go back real quick. He's talking about, he dated Dawn Richard from Danity Kane. And so TJ asked him, do you feel like Diddy didn't want, because he was saying he felt like Diddy didn't want him around. And it's like, well, do you feel like he had feelings for Dawn, or why do you feel like he didn't want you around?
Well, like, because I was dating her. So I felt like, does he like me sometimes? Does he not like me? Does he want me around? Am I being around because, he doesn't want me around because I'll find out too much information. I felt all
Were you
those,
finding out information?
yeah, I would see things, I would hear things and see things, yes. And I felt a little scared and paranoid around him sometimes too.
Q, can you tell us what you heard and what you saw?
Yeah. Well, I'll go back. I remember, okay, when it first started, when I got paranoid, we were in the Hamptons. We were in the studio in New York City, and I was with Dirty Money. At this time, I was around Dirty Money for about a year while they were creating Last Train to Paris. And I guess I was around because I was dating Dawn. I just happened to be around. So Diddy's I think he was very, very high. He's like, we're gonna go to the Hamptons. He's like, we're gonna go stay the night there, and you guys want to come. And it felt very weird because this energy just felt so weird. You know what I mean? It was friendly high. You know what I'm saying? Like a friendly invitation to something.
He wasn't usually like that.
No, he's never invited all of us to one of his houses.
Must have been some good stuff.
So before we get to the Hamptons, they're like speeding in these black SUVs on the expressway, very, very fast. Like they were in a rush to get to the Hamptons. We get to the Hamptons and we walk through the house and we arrive in the backyard near the pool. And my ex at the time, which was Dawn, she gave me an ecstasy pill. And she said,
Is that what she said it was?
Yeah, she said it was ecstasy, and she said it was from Puff to give to me.
Child.
And it was red. And I took it because I thought I was going to get freaky with my girlfriend. We tried ecstasy before, and I trusted her that's what it was. So I took it immediately, and she had one too. He gave her two of them. I took mine. Within like 20 minutes, I knocked out and blacked out. Yeah. I woke up in the twins' bedroom in the basement, and I woke up out of my sleep screaming very, very loud.
Who were the twins?
I don't know their names.
You're talking about Diddy's daughters?
Twins.
Okay.
Yeah. Diddy's twins. His girls. Yeah, I woke up in their bed. Cameras filming me, and they were laughing as I woke up out of my sleep, screaming. And it felt like
Yeah, take your time. It's okay. It's understandable that you're reliving this and emotion comes with it.
There's just no way around it. So
It felt very sacrificial. That's what I meant when I said I felt like they were trying to hurt me, or Diddy was trying to maybe sacrifice me that night. I didn't say when I went on Vlad TV, I didn't say anything about finding a sacrificial email.
Hold on. What he's discussing in regards to Vlad TV is that's one of the interviews that the boys did. He had to leave gaps within that interview, and they decided to fill those gaps. It's kind of what I've experienced this past week. As you guys know, we started this out, and it was, we all have this intention to talk our way through to the end of this trial and hopefully see justice for whatever whatever is proven and whatever the jury decides. Even you had situations that were just made up out of nowhere. So did I last week. He was discussing one in which he couldn't say certain things because he's honoring a contract. And within that, people decided to fill in the blanks. So he discussed an email, he had tears. People put it together that he's crying over an email and what it basically tried to suggest that he's not a man and he's boohooing over an email and so on and so forth.
Boozy said something crazy. I'm going to stop you. Boozy
You have
said,
to explain how everybody.
so Little Boozy is a rapper, and respectfully, I want to say to him,
is he talking about Lil Bootsy? Is Bootsy, right? Because didn't Bootsy have a lot to say about Day 26 on there?
that's not, you shouldn't have said that I wanted to get effed by Diddy or that's possibly the reason why I'm crying. You know what I mean? That's messed up. You don't know me at all, Mr. Boozy. And you don't.
I know that's right.
That the story that I just told. And if you would have heard that, maybe you would have had a different reaction. And to Chopper and to CBJ, who also responded. Respectfully.
So basically, these are all people. They are all colleagues of Q's in the industry.
Yeah, I just want to say respectfully to them, just don't believe everything before you actually hear the truth, because people edit things. And I don't have nothing bad to say about them at all. I just want them to just understand that, be respectful to everyone's trauma. You don't know when a person's still healing and going through the process of healing.
Exactly.
You don't know if I'm still thinking I want to hurt myself or I'm scared and thinking someone's going to, all those mental thoughts. You don't know what I'm going through.
Right.
For you to say those mean things to just add on to my mental health.
Q, I know there's some details about the incident you described. Maybe you don't want to get into. And
no, let's get into it.
Okay, we can. Can I go with how, I know you can be open about how it made you feel, right? So you're saying after this particular incident, you left there feeling, you called it sacrificial, but you felt as if they
were trying to hurt me in my sleep because I woke up screaming. I woke up out of my sleep screaming. So what I mean by it felt like sacrificial, it felt like someone was trying to hurt me or take me out because I possibly couldn't have woke up out of my sleep that night.
Do you know what happened to you?
I woke up screaming like a girl to the top of my lungs at a high pitch.
Well, did you have clothes on?
I think I was in my shorts.
Oh my gosh.
To a swimming pool.
But do you believe that some of what happened to you was recorded on one or many of these iPhones?
Oh yeah. I saw phones and lights. It wasn't a video camera. It was a phone camera light.
So there are people who do know what happened to you, and there's a reason you believe why they're not telling you?
Yes.
Protect themselves.
Well, say it again, Mama.
To protect themselves. Of course. That's what I feel.
It seems like after talking to you, you all are in the same position, and this might be typical.
Child, that is you don't even know what to say, I just pray that he has gotten the healing and people have been saying that they believe the reason Dawn filed a lawsuit against Diddy was because I've seen this discourse was because of, did my mic just go out? I hope not, y'all. Was because she herself could be implicated in some of the things because of this. So people just say all kinds of things. Either way, at the end of the day, they all were hurt in some way, shape, or form by this man. And I'm wondering, why would they put him in the twins' bed? Was it to film him in the bed and try to make it seem like something nefarious happened so Diddy could have video of it if something came down the line and he didn't do what he wanted him to do or something like that? Because, some people have said that Diddy would record these things and have people on them and would use it for blackmail. Well, anyway, that's why when he was crying on Vlad's interview, that's what they were referring to. I wonder if they will testify in day 26, but specifically Q, if they will end up testifying in the trial. I don't know, but like I said, my prayers to Q, and shout out to him for telling the truth, you know? All right. Moving on. What else is going on? I'm gonna fast forward real quick. Just real quick. Basically, Remy Ma and Papoose. Ciao. They've been on it battling for 40 days and for 40 nights. Child, they might as well be on Noah's Ark. The rain coming down. They was on that boat for 40 days and 40 nights. Anyway, for 40 days and for 40 nights, they've been going back and forth. So I'm not going through all of that, but basically they both were going back and forth online with each other. And Remy was upset. Well, one of the things Remy spoke about was Clarissa being on the Breakfast Club and bringing her up. And people keep saying, well, they asked Clarissa about Remy. But if you go back and watch, they didn't. Clarissa said, let's talk about the elephant, brought up the elephant in the room. And you could hear Charlamagne was like elephant, what elephant? And she says his relationship. And he was like, oh, so they didn't ask her. She kind of like brought it up, and maybe she felt like it was an elephant in the room, right? So Remy doesn't want her speaking on her. Papoose says Remy called him screaming, on him, like, while she's speaking about me. Remy is basically saying she held it down. She paid the rent, the bills, all of that, even from jail. Pap is saying that ain't true. All the utilities are in my name. I was paying. Remy is saying he was cheating on me when he was locked down. He's saying she's possibly bisexual, because somebody that she was in with when they got out, the girl came to the house to celebrate the birthday. She found them allegedly, he's saying he found them in bed, and the daughter was in the bed with them in the guest room. So they're going back and forth. She said he pawned some of her jewelry. He ain't really got no money. She feels sorry for Clarissa. When Papoose went to was it South Africa or Africa? It was either South Africa or Africa. Well, overall it's Africa. And he allegedly lied to Clarissa and said they needed shots to make it so that she didn't have time to get the shots, when all they actually needed was pills. And she knows he got them because he's still on her insurance. The reason he's still on her insurance, because it's illegal in the state of New Jersey to remove your spouse from insurance. So she has to wait till they're divorced. She was like, you won't sign the paperwork, blase, blase, blase. He goes and files. While all this is going down, he goes and files. So he filed on May 22nd. So they've been just going back and forth, 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 right? Even she said he alleges that he had a video, like a blackmail video of her out with who he calls the lame, but it's easy. And by the way, she's saying she's never experienced with anybody else what she experienced with Easy. He treats her nice. He respects her. And yes, he does make money. And he gets paid around $50,000 per battle rap. And he does like 3 or 4 of them a year. So he makes, then she said he makes like $250,000 a year. So she said all that. But anyway, Papoose was threatening to release a video of her and Easy basically out. They were out someplace with each other. And then in the next video, they're both dressed in Eagles gear in the car. So she was like, this is the video that he's threatening to blackmail me with. I've been trying to keep it cool. I've been trying to keep it cute. I haven't been saying much, but now he's out here saying all these lies about me, right? If y'all haven't heard it and you're just now hearing it, you're caught up. Clarissa enters the chat again and tweets, Remy Ma, I'ma say what the F I want to say. Yes, we're going to have because she said on the Breakfast Club, Remy said her and Pap have talked about having kids, a future. And so Charlamagne was like, well, him being married, is that stopping you from being all in? And she's like, oh, I'm all in. Oh, I am all in. I trust what he says. I believe him. He hasn't lied to me. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a hardworking man. He has his own stuff. And we've talked about starting a family, having kids, all that. So Clarissa tweets, Remy Ma, I'm going to say what the F I want to say. Yes, we're going to have a family. Yes, we're happy. And yes, you still invited to barbecues and cookout, long as you have a good attitude. Leave me and Pap alone. Nobody worried about you. Yes, I'm 30. not 18. You want to come to the fight or something? Damn. Somebody said Pap got to be her first boyfriend. Yeah. Baby. Remy then comes out. Oh, I'm sorry. So then Papoose responds to Remy. Falsifying fake, obviously edit, because Remy shows some text messages. So falsifying fake, obviously edited texts and pictures that are one-sided with what looks like no response is an all-time low. Where is the other person? With the emoji like this. Claiming they are from over a decade ago is even more pathetic. I don't know where you got those fake edited texts and pictures from. You just proved that everything I said was true on your last post by confirming you've been cheating for years, because he said she's been cheating for years, while lying to me saying you was not with the lame. Why are you even posting fake texts if you're allegedly happy? Just move on. 3 exclamation marks. Stop saying sign the papers in caps with quotes. I have already filed for divorce on 5/22/25. I mean, you did just do it though. Because she allegedly showed text telling him, hey, my lawyer is saying that you haven't retained a lawyer. Tell Clarence to pay for it. Child, when she first said that, I thought Clarence was maybe her finance person and all Pap had to do was go to him. I didn't know she meant Clarissa. I posted it days ago. Pap, you filed 5/22 and posted it days ago. You just posted this, what, yesterday? Okay. I never wanted to do this social media foolishness, but judging by your initial live that was posted, which was full of lies, you, all caps, insisted. Hashtag bitter, hashtag narcissist. Because Remy also said that he barely saw their child. And then every time he saw the baby, he would post pictures for social media. Okay. Remy had a little bit more to say, just a little bit more. We're going to look at just a little bit more. I said, now they is really, hold on.
Around the pedophiles that's over there. One of your adopted sisters, knowingly, y'all all know about it over there, touching on kids. And that's why she ain't never been over there. That's why she don't know them. And you agreed with it when we were together. Hence why my daughter ain't never really go over there like that. So don't try to sit here and spin and act like, oh, she... The same one whose sister is in the shade room comments popping shit. Worry about your pedophile sister that y'all are protecting over there on that side of the family. Okay? Okay? Yes, I'm going there. I'm gonna go there with y'all every time. Daughter around the pedophiles that's over there. One of your adopted sisters.
Now I'm gonna say this: protect kids at all costs. So if that's the truth, and he agreed with it, then don't try to spin a narrative now. If that's true about she won't let my family see them, because no, they're not going without me going over there. Period. I just don't know what else could at this point. The only way we'd learn even more intimate details is if they x-rayed the inside of their bodies and showed us, because they've aired each other out in every other area. There are some people that feel like they just love each other. They still want to be with each other, and this is the way they're showing it. What do y'all think? I don't know how you would come back from some of the stuff they said on social media. Like, how would you ever come back from some of that stuff? But I guess people have come back from worse. I don't know, baby. Couldn't be me. But y'all let me know what y'all think. But I do think they both need rest and self-care days. Okay. Moving on. Last thing. Let's get into some Bravo news. Now, I came to y'all some weeks ago and we talked about Rory, aka the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. And I showed y'all pics from Dorinda Deadly on Twitter, who talked about these are the rumor casts, right? Let's get into a little bit more of them. And I also said, and I couldn't remember where I heard it. I didn't know if I was on over here. A guest was on my podcast that told me, but we had heard, and I said it to y'all, that Dolores was potentially going to be a friend of, or like introduced, like that was going to be the way for the cast to come in. Dolores introducing the cast of the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Let's get into, let's really get into some of the women, okay? So let's go look and see. All right. So I had showed y'all this picture from Dorinda Deadly. This was the picture. I said they all look alike. The only diversity was the hair color. But all right, so let's get into it. First up, Brianna, a master injector and nurse practitioner. So they were showing some of her. Today was a fairy tale. Okay, that's Brianna with the low braid. Okay. Next up, Jo Ellen, who's a mother of 3, married to loan officer Gary Tiberi. Do y'all watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? If y'all don't, look at them, and that's what pretty much the aesthetic that is given. Except for she's not blonde with waves. Other than that, that's what it gives. Let's see. Happy 40th to the love of my life at Gary Tiberi. The best thing we've ever done together is create our amazing family. Here's to the incredible years we've had together and all the wonderful years to come. This is Jo Ellen, mother of 3, married to a loan officer. Elizabeth, former model and relative of MLB Hall of Famer John McGraw. Oh, that's her. Y'all, she looked like somebody. You know who she looked like? Just a glance and then look away. Glance and then look away. And then tell me, Mrs. Chimenti from Abbott Elementary. It's giving Mrs. Chimenti a little bit. And she's a former model. Okay. Monique is the wife of retired NFL player Patrick Pass and mom to 2 daughters. Look at that chocolate chip. Is she black? I can't tell. Hold on. She not, right? No. Okay. Size may not matter in the bedroom, but it does for trees in your backyard. Child, somebody saying clock it. Okay. All right. We're going to get off there. All right. So no, she's not black. That picture, she kind of looked at it a little bit for a second. Nope, she not. Oh, obsessed with this spray tan. Child. All right. Let's get on to the other ones. Don't do me like that. Okay, here we go. That's Monique. And he's a former NFLer. For what team? Patrick Pass. I don't know. All right. Rosie is a former news anchor who currently hosts Road Trippin' and also serves as a DJ and MC. As of July 2024, she is married to husband Rich DeMare, a jazz singer and professional Frank Sinatra impersonator. We need to view more on Instagram. This is their wedding. Okay. It's her. Who we say that was? Rosie. All right. So again, she's a former news anchor. She hosts Road Trippin', is a DJ and an MC. He is a jazz singer and a professional Frank Sinatra impersonator. Alicia is a hairstylist and mom. That's it. Because it seemed like, all right, well, let's see. Oh, they was on vacation. Palm Beach vibe. It ain't West Palm, so per Luann, it ain't really nothing. It's like, remember that, y'all? Luann was like, there's a difference between Palm and West Palm Beach. All right. Well, who's that again? That's Alicia. Let's look a little bit of Alicia. Oh, okay. She ain't married then, I guess. The best part of me is you. Thank you for making me whole. Love, mama. Oh, she cute. Somebody was in the somebody was in the hospital room. All right. Who's that again, child? We're going to have to get these names. We'll get them. Alicia. Next up, Stephanie. She's a board certified nurse practitioner specializing in Botox, fillers, PDO threads. Is that the facelift where they cut like here and like they put a thread in your face and lift it so there's no scars from the inside. I don't know. Vitamins and skin. She's married to Paul Malari, a physician's assistant. Hold up. Don't we have another nurse practitioner? Is that going to be drama? I'm scroll back up real quick. Because isn't that first lady a nurse practitioner? What's that first lady? Oh, injector / nurse practitioner. Child, we ain't going to have another 8.5. I'm a aesthetic nurse / I'm a nurse. Child. Anyway. All right. So this girly here, what is she again? Stephanie. Okay. Board certified nurse practitioner. What's she got going on? There she go. All right. Those were her bridesmaids. I got a headache. There she go. Okay. All right, Steph. I'm sorry, Bachelorette Bash, Bachelorette Barbie. Thanks to all of the beautiful, amazing ladies who made my night so special. Let's get into Kelsey. Kelsey is a makeup artist, a makeup stylist, and hairstylist who won the title of Miss Rhode Island, USA in 2017. They got another girl who's that hairstylist. Remember the one with the little girl? All right, let's see, Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey. Okay. Let's see more on Instagram. Let's just see. Okay. That's Kelsey. Moving on. Oh, and then it says, while Bravo has yet to confirm the cast, the ladies were recently spotted together at a mall in Boston, as seen in photos shared by Cindy C on X. And I do already have that pulled up. I'm about to get pissed off. Hold on, y'all. Because you constantly playing in my face. Here we go. There we go. So these are the photos. The Real Housewives of Rhode Island shopping at the local mall today. Hashtag Rory. That's going to kick. I'm going to start AEIOU doing the mouth exercises. Rory. That was May 17th. And they was at the mall. At the local mall. Here they go. Boy, if they don't all look like the same face, y'all. That ain't just Elisa Barlow Meredith in the first season of Salt Lake. They all look alike. Anyway. So let's get into what the people had to say about Dolores joining. OK Magazine. Now this was according to OK Magazine, May 22nd. Okay, so a few days ago. Remember, I came here and told you I cannot remember where I'd heard that. Multiple sources confirmed the news, dishing Dolores is going to be coming to the new show, Real Housewives of Rhode Island. She's going to rent a summer house there and will be a friend of the Housewives. One insider explained that Catania has a real connection to the cast, as she is friends in real life with one of the main women on the show. No one knows what the future holds in terms of her being there, as she could inevitably become a full-time cast member and move to Rhode Island if that show takes off. If she takes off on the show. Unfortunately, this doesn't bode well for RHO&J, as one insider said this is yet another indicator that show is completely dead in the water. With Melissa Gorga going on wife swap and now Dolores making the move to Rory, the only one left the fans would follow on RHO&J would be Teresa Giudice. Margaret Joseph still wants to return, but Teresa was not friendly with Margaret, so that pairing would never happen. They also noted Margaret leading RHO&J wouldn't make sense in the eyes of production, as Melissa and Teresa have always been viewed as the two stars of the show, with the other women taking sides, aside from Catania, who managed to stay neutral, which would get on my nerves. I'm not going to lie. All in all, this is not a good sign for Jersey, as they are moving the woman onto new projects and new shows. Andy, what she did, already drew comparisons between RHO&J and RHORI. And he was saying that it reminds you of early Jersey. But Andy then responded about Dolores moving or running the home and all of that. He said, give me one second. Oh, what he said was about the cast. The cast is incredible. They are very Italian. Rhode Island is such a small state, and they all kind of know each other and overlap. And it's an incredible group of women who have really interesting connections. Let's see. So does that mean that we will be seeing an established housewife from another franchise on Rory? Hold on. I want to tell y'all exactly where who he was talking to. Because this is what I'm reading to y'all is from Reality T. And he says, it doesn't say who he was talking. Oh, he told people. So they asked him, so does that mean that we will, or they said, so does that mean we will be seeing an established housewife from another franchise on Rory? Andy said, I think that's been a little overstated. Still, he is open to the concept. It's really about who's in Rhode Island. So when he says, I think it was overstated, I do think Dolores is going to introduce the cast so the audience can see a familiar face. But I don't know if necessarily she's renting a house to be an official friend of. But I wouldn't be surprised if she was the one that brings them, like introduces them into the franchise by way of making an appearance. Because he didn't say it wasn't going to happen. He just said it's being overstated. How do y'all feel about them getting housewives that are renting in an area that they don't live there and don't have any genuine connections with the rest of the cast? Like, it's not like, oh, we were friends years ago. We still keep in touch. Now they're putting the show together, and my friend who lives there recommended me, and I'm renting a house. I know that we're never going to get back to when Housewives first started. But I do wonder sometimes with that, like you having women come in that don't really live there, even if they are friendly or have a friend-ish relationship to the women. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I don't really like that. What do y'all think? I mean, Ashley's in Virginia. She was a last minute add to Potomac. I believe they said she originally wasn't going to be on. So, but that worked. I guess she didn't up and move to, she lived there in Virginia, even though it's not Maryland. But I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? That's the part of the production I don't like, knowing, okay, so they don't live here. Or it's not even like we have two homes, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast, and I spend every summer here and it works out perfect that I'm going to be here and I have a connection to some of these women. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all of that. Are you excited for another Housewives franchise, a fresh franchise? People weren't excited about Salt Lake City. It was good, then it ebbed, and now it's back. Potomac, it was good, then it ebbed, then it continued to ebb, and hopefully it'll be on its way back up. So I don't know. You know, people spoke soon on Potomac and Salt Lake City and ended up loving them at one point or another, right? So maybe that could be the same for Rhode Island. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch and see what's going on, what they gave it. I wonder when they're going to premiere or if they're filming now. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. What y'all having for dinner and what are y'all doing tomorrow? I think I'm gonna have Subway today. Y'all, I want some ribs and some potato salad and a hamburger and some corn on the cob for tomorrow. I do. And like a ginger ale and a bottle of water that I don't normally drink cold. I normally have room temperature, but I wouldn't mind dipping into a cooler and bringing out the water when it's dripping. Like that is a barbecue. That is a cookout. I want to go to a cookout. I don't want to go to a barbecue. I want to go to a cookout. And those who know, know. And I want a hot dog too with grill marks on it for tomorrow. I'm saying all this, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be like, I don't feel like going nowhere. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all doing, what food y'all having. Any of y'all live in Maryland, near Baltimore, bring me a plate. All right, talk to y'all later. See ya.